Good morning, my name is Mandy J and I'm from your potential lifestyle, and I offer this free weekly healing for anyone who needs it, and you can contact me via my email, or if you wish to add a name into the comments section, they'll all be included in my daily healing practice. I was asked why bad things happen to good people, and I've been quite surprised recently how little people actually know about spiritualism, apart from that we connect with God and there's angels and spirit guides. When we're on the other side, we have a soul agreement and we have soul families. So a lot of people that are in our lives are in our soul family, and we've repeated many incarnations with them. And we agree to things before we come down. So when we finish this lifetime, we go back up and we are given a life review, and that's for us to see if there's any areas that our soul feels that it wants to grow in. So we spend time back up there and cleanse our soul, or whatever we do, we continue to grow as we're up there. And we agree then to come back down to the earth school, as they call it, and it's called the hardest school to come to because we have free will. And as religion has denied us any access to the knowledge that we should all have, we know nothing about it. So if you could imagine everyone knowing that we reincarnate, you wouldn't be so fast to be killing people for no good reason. You would definitely be thinking, I'm going to have to come back again and correct that. So we make this soul agreement before we come down, and we sit with our guides and our angels, and we go through what we believe or what the soul wants to do to grow. So we will tie up with other people in our families. So we could have been here before as the parent or the child, and vice versa. So we know them. And our soul family are the ones who will help us for the soul to grow, because sometimes we need to experience very sad things in life. We need to experience ill health, car crashes, violence, all sorts of things that us as humans find unacceptable. And again, as we don't know anything about it, we are looking at it from the human aspect. I know when I first was told about this, and I read a couple of books on it, I was horrified. And I thought, what on earth would I have agreed to that for? But when you find out it's your soul that agreed to it, and it's for your soul's growth, it's nothing to do with such the human side of us. We're down here in a human body, and we have all these emotions running through us, which really complicates the issue. But we're actually here for our soul's growth. And if we'd been allowed to know this access, have this access of knowledge given to us, then things would be a lot different. We would understand that when something bad happens, our soul wanted to experience that for its growth. And someone who's the person who crashed into you, for instance, he's probably a member of your soul family who agreed to do that for you to allow your soul to grow, because the ones that have to do the bad deed, if you like, are very strong souls indeed, because it's a hard thing to do to hurt another for no good reason. And they do it for your soul's growth, my soul's growth. And we just need to come to an understanding that we understand this, because we look at the soul and spiritualism from a human aspect, which is fine in one respect, but it's not right. It doesn't give us the full picture, let's say, and we need this to be allowed to move forward. This is why I say that healing is so important, because we carry things as humans. We carry things, we've been carrying things since we were children, because of the way we were brought up and told that you had to be there for everyone else and not yourself, and it's the wrong way around. We should be there for ourselves first. We're important, and we should be at the top of that list, not at the bottom of it. And trying to understand that and work your way around it is difficult. And we have an inner child, and again, like you, when I first heard this, I thought, oh God, you know, what next? And when you do connect with your inner child, it makes such a difference. And things that have happened to you when you were a child, you can go back and speak to your inner child, because your inner child holds your joy. And when you connect with her and you sort out whatever the issues were, you can move forward and you can start inviting her in, or him, you know. And the inner child is often wounded by things that happened to them as a child, abuse and all sorts of things, mental abuse, sexual abuse, everything, and they are wounded. So you're wounded, and it's always within you. So you need to go back to your inner child and speak to her and explain that you too were a child at that time and you couldn't protect her, but now you're an adult and you know about her and you can protect her. And you just invite her into your life, basically, and you tell her that you're safe, that she is safe now in the year 2024 and onwards, that things are different because you're the adult and you can control the situation and you can stop people from hurting you in certain ways. And then just having the understanding that it wasn't done to you, the human, it was for your soul's growth. And that's why they always say that we're here for an experience, but unless they go to the bother and try and explain what they mean, which they don't, it makes it very difficult for a normal person to think we're here for an experience. So why are we being hurt by all these things? We're actually not. We're actually, it's our soul that wanted those experiences to allow it to grow. So with that said, we come back to our inner child, who is extremely important, and as I said, she holds the key to joy, or he, and we can speak with them. We just go within and speak to them, and the more you do it, the more it comes, she or he will come forward. And there was this thing that you're to love yourself, and you're supposed to stand and look in the mirror and look into your eyes. Well, I tried that and I thought, oh my God, I'm really losing the plot here. What am I looking at? And it only made sense when I found out about the inner child, because you're actually communicating to him or her. And when you stand in the mirror and look in your eyes, you know you're looking into the eyes of your inner child, and it makes a lot more sense. And you don't feel as daft as a brush standing there trying to connect with something when it's actually there. Your inner child is there, and that gives you access to your soul and all the rest of it. So it's all very interesting, and it's just a shame that we've been denied so much knowledge. But as we move to the 5th, things will change, and things will improve. So that'll be wonderful. We're coming to the stage now in Mother Earth is evolving with the help of the collective consciousness, because the collective has come together, and all the light workers that have been sending out healing and peace into the world, it's actually starting to form, and it takes on an energy of itself, and when that energy grows, things will change big time. And Mother Earth is in the process of changing, and there's a lot of volcanoes and earth movement, and she's trying to get rid of the dead wood, for want of a better word, to give us a new earth in that respect. And as we move up into the 5th dimension, our vibration of our soul increases, and we will just see things in a different light. There'll be sickness will be a term of the past, apart from broken bones and things like that just happen, and it's just going to be wonderful. There'll be no karma brought with us. So at this time in our lives now, we need to deal with as much of the karma that we've come down with, which was actually a human condition. that we imposed on ourselves just for the fun of it. And we're source. God doesn't see us like that. He just sees us as a beautiful light, and he doesn't see all the bad things that we think are bad things. You know, he knows they're for the soul's growth and what have you. So all we have to do is lift our vibration, and the easiest way is to be love and send out love, and everything that comes to you, love it. You know, we live in gratitude, so everything that comes to you, a beautiful day, you give gratitude for it because it's a beautiful day and it lifts the soul. When it's raining, you give gratitude because you know it's helping the soil and the rivers and everything that's down there that needs the water. So it's all very important. Water is a cleanser, it washes away things. There's so much pollution and what have you in the world that I think a lot of these floods are to wash away the pollution and take it back out to the sea so it can be dispersed and gotten rid of in that respect, because there's still a lot needs attention. And we work together as humanity, not as an individual. We come together as one, and we join forces basically, and we'll be in a state where we can see other people's energy, and there'll be no more lying, which to me is amazing. Can you imagine the politicians? They won't be able to talk, and it's just going to be amazing, because the reason you won't lie is because people can see your auras and they'll know what you're feeling. So if you do say to someone who's feeling down, for instance, before you've even spoken to them, you'll see their aura is a bit dark and a bit heavy, and you'll know there's a problem, and then you ask them if you can help them in any way. And they won't just say, oh, I'm all right, because they know you can see that they're not all right and that they need a bit of assistance at that time. And we'll be there for each other. We'll be there to help each other, not go up against each other in a competitive way that we do now. And there'll be more sharing, and you know, it's just going to be an amazing experience for us all. And that's why we're here in this timescale, is to experience this. You know, our souls have agreed to be here for this specific reason. So in order to prepare for going to the 5th, we need to do as much healing as we can. And because what happens when we go through, say you go through and you haven't done any healing, as what I mean is about letting things go and, you know, getting rid of things that don't serve you, it'll just make your soul light a bit more cloudy. So to brighten your light, you just need to let go and heal and love. And as I said to you every week, the easiest way to do it is the Ho'oponopono, and it's just 4 simple steps, and you do it with sincerity. And you go within and you just say whatever the situation is. You know, if someone cut you up in traffic, you say to the soul of that driver, you know, I appreciate you having a bad day, and maybe you swore at him, you say, I swore at you because you cut me up. I am sorry for that, you know, and can you forgive me? So you're talking soul to soul, and please forgive me. And then you say, I love you, because it's soul to soul, and I thank you for the lesson. So the lesson there would have been to see if you were able to control your temper, if you allowed it to influence your day by making you in a bad mood all day, or were you able to let it go? Because every lesson we have is about how we deal with things. When you have deaths and things like that in the family, are we able to appreciate the person's life that's left and continue to love them and continue to talk about their spirit? Or do we go into a dark hole and go down into a deep depression? Initially you will do, because that is a human reaction, and it's part of our emotion that we will go down into a darkness to try to grieve and not understanding it, particularly if they're sudden deaths. Actually, it doesn't matter if it's sudden death. I remember when my father died, even though we knew it was coming, it was still a real shock when he did go. But accidental deaths are they really take the wind out of yourself because you weren't expecting it at all, or you had no inclination it was going to happen. And you have to move forward and then learn how to, once you've grieved, learn how to accept it and understand to a certain extent why it happened, but always remember it was for your soul's growth. So your soul wanted that experience. Your soul wants to see how you'd manage that situation. And with the help of others and with healers and spiritual people, you can get through it. You know, it doesn't really change the burden of it, but it does allow you to move forward. I met a woman once who had been grieving a husband for 9 years, and she was so deep in grief that she couldn't see the sky was blue. You know, she had buried herself in it. She may as well have been buried with him because she wasn't living. And once eventually spoke about it and talked to her about it, and we got through it and shifted some of it, it opened her up. And the next time I saw her, it was like a totally different woman. She just didn't know how to let go because no one had explained these things to us. And we don't lose our loved ones. They're there, they're here, they're right beside us, you know, and they're forever giving us signs. You ask for a sign, you'll get a sign. They come into our dreams. They're there to help us if something happens. They never ever leave us because they're part of us. We're part of them, they're part of us. So what we need to do is to continue to work with the Ho'oponopono. You go in, you open your heart, and you start working on the things that affect you. If someone's upset you, if someone upset you in the family, you know, it's hard, but as I said, if you work soul to soul, it really does make it a lot easier. And because you don't have to see the face of the person, and some things take longer than others, you know. And family situations are very difficult because they really pull at your emotional strings. And then we also have the help of our guides and our angels. And again, because we have free will, we were granted free will, we have to call them in. So although they stand beside us on either side, they can't do anything apart from our guardian angels. They can intervene if there's an accident, for instance, that's you're going to get involved with. They'll pull you out or move the car or whatever they do, and they will help you. They're the only ones who can intervene when it's absolutely essential, but the guides and the other angels can't. But we can call them in, and we can also give them things. We can say, please take away this pain for the loss of someone and help me cope with it. And they will. They'll take it from you and give you a way of handling it in a better way. And the same with sickness or anything like that. Give it to your guides and your angels because they're happy to take it. They don't want us to be hurting. They want us to enjoy this life on this beautiful planet and to go through our agreement that for the things that our soul wants to do and to enjoy the life we have. We get so burdened down with life on earth because of the monetary situation and what have you. It can make it very difficult. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. The 5th is coming and we're getting closer and closer to it. So as I said, we need to concentrate on getting rid of things that no longer serve us. You know, we hang on to things. When I started doing it, it took me a couple of years to get through everything. And then when you think it's all done, you get this memory of when you were a child and something happened, and it's your soul is saying you need to deal with this one. And it's like, why did I keep that within me? You know, but we did. We lock these daft things inside us and it creates a burden. And then the burden, if you can pound too many of them on top of each other, you get to the stage that your body gives out because we're almost like we're making the body unwell, and the body will show its unwellness for us to try and deal with it. It's the body is saying and the soul is saying, you have to deal with this. Please deal with this. And it's like we say that anything that happens on the left side is to do with the female and different females, and the same with the right side, you know, but it's everything is all one, so we just need to deal with all of it. And although we can sort of do a group forgiveness to our past lives because we're no longer in them, we can't really do that this life. We have to sort of get in there and deal with the individual bits and pieces. And it's just amazing how it clears you, and the more you clear, the lighter you feel. It's truly amazing, you know. And again, ask your guides and angels to help and to show you things that you've forgotten, because it's easier done. You know, I'm like 62 now, so there's a lot of years gone onto my belt. So I have to go back through a few. You know, even stupid things in childhood, thoughts you had, you know, if you were annoyed with your parents or whatever, all that has to be dealt with and got rid of, because our body doesn't want it, and we don't want to be holding it in our heart. We want our heart to be open to allow the light in and to generate out and let the soul do its work and let us be good, beautiful beings and be helpful to each other and just love life. You know, we have all these hiccups, but that's what they are. They're hiccups. And now that we understand that they're not done to us, our soul has done it for the experience of growth, it makes things a lot easier to handle and understand, you know, as hard as that still is, because we're human, you know, but it's not done to us, it's done for our greater good, if you like. Anyway, with that said, I will I can see the angels. I will get on and do today's healing, and as I said, just sit back and enjoy. I'll try and put this music on, I don't know what it's doing today, and see how we go. So just sit calmly somewhere nice and warm and just relax and allow this wonderful energy of the angels and the guides to come through and go through your body and into your soul. Just open your heart and say that you receive, and you'll receive it. I will just close my eyes now and bring forth my guides and angels. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that over here. I know I've said it before, but I am so honoured to come up with for being allowed to do this work and to be witness to the healing frequencies. You can also invite in the vibration of perfect health. Just ask the vibration of perfect health to come to you and to come into your body, and it will. You know, you just have to believe. A lot of it is belief, isn't it, at the end of the day? And yeah, if you wish to contact me, if you've got any questions you want answered, I will answer them in the following week. If you wish to email with me with questions or anything else, or if you wish me to include names of members or friends or anyone you wish to in the healing, and I'll leave that with you today. And always ask, send out love and peace into the universe, and it'll come back to you. Okay, beautiful people, I will leave you with that, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you, and have a safe and wonderful week. Love and light to each and every one of you. Thank you.